Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been over 3 months since my last video of our home build here in North Idaho, and I've even been wondering if we were ever going to start building. If you are just now tuning in, be sure to check out the previous videos of our home build series, and if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Here's what's been going on. Hey everybody, welcome back to phase 5.2 of our home build. It's obviously been like 3 months since I have filmed anything, and there's a reason for that, which is what I'm here to talk about today. So I'm going to call phase 5.2 the not so fun but very much reality of home building. It's been a lot of waiting over the last few months, but we've had a lot of changes and had to overcome a few things. So this is a very real part of the process. Last time we filmed, we were marking trees of where our driveway was going to be going, and this video was supposed to be for the driveway construction, but that's obviously not happening. So I'm just going to talk about some things that have happened over the last few months. I'm sitting here in my garden. Also, I'm gonna just to make it not all boring information, but I'm gonna throw in some clips of the beautiful spring and summer we've had in Coeur d'Alene so far with all the wildflowers. So I'll put those in at the end of the video, but right now it's real talk about what has been going on the last 3 months of our custom home build. First of all, we ended up being about 20% over budget. We came into this process with, well, let me back up. When we very first said, okay, we're gonna build a house, we had a number in mind of what we were going to spend. After meeting with the builder and learning about the high cost of building on a mountain, that number quickly went up. We had to raise our budget about $100,000. So then that was our new budget going into this. After the fact, we still ended up about 20% over budget. A lot of this was because when we were going to make our selections, first of all, we went in kind of blind. We didn't really have a set budget per selections, like kitchen appliances and flooring and countertops, like all those things. So we just went in and made selections kind of blind with what we wanted. And so we picked out those things. We did have some backup options, but we didn't know prices. They would not give us prices on anything. So we had to basically make our selection, and then the vendors would give the prices to the builder, and then the builder had to give the prices to us. And so once that all came in, we got all the prices and cost of everything from the vendors and from the builder, we ended up being about 20% over budget. So with that said, we had to come back in and make some changes because, like I mentioned, we were already had increased our budget for the house, and so now being like 20% over budget, not cool. And so we had to make a few things, or a few changes. We cut the square footage a little bit, which really isn't going to change the overall size of the house so much, because basically we just dropped a few walls in like the rooms in about a foot, 1 to 2 feet in a few different places. So overall, we're not losing much living area, but I did have to lose my pocket office that I was really excited about. That was one room that we had to end up cutting, but we still have all of the other rooms, the man cave for Dave, so we still have all that, but we did cut some square footage. But our thing is we wanted this specific style, this mountain contemporary style home, and all of our finishes and selections that we had, that was more important for us than the square footage. And so my recommendation as you're building your custom home, just decide what your priorities are, and that way when you do end up being over budget, because it probably will happen, then you can come back and like tweak it and you know, change whether it's square footage or selections to bring your budget back down. But I will say, go ahead and plan for like 10 to 20% over budget. That's what everyone told me, and I really didn't think that was going to happen. I thought we were going to be able to stay on budget, but it ended up being about 20% over. So all in all, we made a few of those changes, and now we're about 10% over budget, which we can handle. I don't love that, but it's part of the process, so it is what it is. So the second thing, going back to the driveway, which I mentioned this video was supposed to be filming the driveway, but our property, like I said, is on a mountain, and where the driveway was going to be going is a very steep slope. And so at the time we were really hoping that we would just be able to apply for our permits and get approved and get the driveway in. Well, that's not what happened. We submitted everything to the county, the highway districts, and basically our slope was too steep, so they required an engineer to do engineering plans for a driveway. And what that was going to entail was an additional $5,000 to $10,000 just for the cost of the engineering report. Plus, it was going to set our timeline back 3 to 4 months. And so we just opted to not do the driveway right now. There is an existing road, an easement in place. It's actually our neighbor's property. They have a driveway that we can access to get to our property. So for the time being, we're just gonna do that. That way we can save the money right now and then just get this house going, and then we can come back later and do the driveway. So that's out. What else has happened? We've had major delays in getting permits. That's what we've been waiting on for basically 3 months now also. They're very backed up because of COVID. The offices were shut down for a while, then people were working from home, so that kind of slowed things down. Now also, which we didn't expect this because of COVID, but there is a ton of people building right now. And so, like from what our bank said and what our builder said, there's like 2 to 3 times as many building projects going on right now than on average each year. And so they're just really backed up. So we're waiting on permits. We've also had a delay with the bank because they haven't been able to get anyone out to do the appraisal. We had 3 declinations from appraisal companies, and basically the bank has to hire the appraisal company, but 3 different companies declined going out there. We were told they didn't want to drive out to our property for whatever reason, which that really did not make me happy because we've been waiting for weeks and we just now found this out. And so basically I talked to the bank. I was like, look, y'all gotta find someone out there, get on the phone every day, do what you gotta do, but we've gotta have an appraisal or else we can't close on our loan and get this project started. So great news, this week they got a company that's gonna do the appraisal. I think they're still probably 2 to 4 weeks out from doing that, which is just another delay. And so really that's what we've been waiting on for months now, is permits and the loan to close, and we can't close on the loan without the appraisal. So that's another thing. But on the upside of that, we've had time to really review our house plans over these last few months, and we have made a few tweaks. You know, that's kind of one of the things when you have time and you're just waiting. It gave us more time to really think about things on the house. So we changed a few of our roof lines to break up the roof a little bit. So we're gonna have some different sections, so it's not just there were some areas of the roof that were just like solid planes, and I wanted a little more dimension, so we raised the roof level on 2 sides of the house. We also ended up, we kind of splurged on this, but originally we didn't think we were going to be able to get concrete flooring. Well, we really wanted concrete flooring, but the builder told us because of the way the foundation was going to be and the slope, we have a crawl space, it was just going to be either really difficult or very costly to get concrete flooring. So we had ended up going with, they call it a luxury vinyl plank. Basically it's a vinyl tile, but like a premium tile that looks like concrete. Well, we had another meeting with the builder, and I said, look, go ahead and give us a bid on it, because if I don't get a price on it, I'm gonna kick myself later for not at least finding out and being able to make that decision myself. So he came back and gave us a bid, and it was only about 10 grand more to do concrete floors throughout the house. And so we decided to go ahead and splurge on that. So we're getting our concrete floors. I'm really excited about that. I'm much happier. Sorry, there's a helicopter in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. But I'm much happier with the floors, the roof lines. So that's one of the benefits of this, 3 months of just waiting. But we are so anxious to get started. I think things are finally going now. We should get this appraisal done hopefully in the next few weeks and close on the loan, and then we're ready to start. And the builder gave us
a little bit more comfort, because we've been a little bit worried that they weren't going to be able to get the house started and get dried in before winter. He said, don't worry about that. We should have plenty of time. Obviously, we can't control the weather, and we don't know how bad or how early of a winter we're going to get, but hopefully we'll be fine. He said we shouldn't worry. So if all goes as well, we should probably be starting construction in October, but I just wanted to give y'all some information on what's been going on the last few months. Things come up, things happen. You've just got to adapt and roll with the punches, and most importantly, be patient. This has really been testing my patience over the last few months, but I'll leave you guys with that. Drop in questions in the comments below if you've got any questions about the process of building a home, building in the mountains, custom home building, anything like that. Hopefully we can help answer some questions for you. And now I will roll the clips and show you some of the wildflowers in North Idaho. Have a great day.